Time for some Heroes Lounge. We are in Division 1, everybody. After we just had the Spin to Win Cup, we are back to some normal drafting, and let's go over this in a moment, but let's introduce our two teams first. Again, we are in Division 1, the top division of Heroes Lounge. On the left in blue, we got Danger Noodle on Anduin, X-Ray on Hanzo, Marble Lusche on Blaze, we got Ultralisk on Kelthas, and Ani is playing Stitches with Hungry for More on level 1. Already fantastic from my point of view. On the right side, the opponents, we got Dreoclick on Zul, Drax on Dehaka, Critical on Medivh, Guilty Spark on Stukov, and Jhard is playing Nazeebo. So, just to put this a little bit in context, the best of 3 series, we're starting on Tomb of the Spider Queen, and this is, as I already mentioned, the top division within Heroes Lounge. We are going to soon also go over a few more things within Heroes Lounge. They have been around for a long time, of course, as one of the pillars of the European Heroes of the Storm community. They're essentially the grassroots, really, and I wanted to do for a while now something that boosts them a little bit, gives them more exposure outside of the occasional video here on the channel. And so I am actually hosting a tournament soon with them for Division 2 and 3, just to encourage some of the, I don't want to say lower division, but some of the teams that maybe not always play within the big prize money tournaments to check out the competitive side of the game a little bit more and see if it maybe is to their liking. So that's gonna come up soon. Until then, we're gonna cover a little bit of Division 1 here. The cool thing about Heroes Lounge also from a perspective of the top players is obviously that they can play with their friends here. There's usually not really a whole lot of stakes in this. There's not a lot of prize money that they're playing for. So they can actually play with a couple of buddies. You have different team compositions. You can experiment a little bit too, and that's generally pretty nice, and it also makes for cool games. So we're going to cover a couple of those games before we're heading into the next tournament. I'm going to create a video soon to talk a little bit more about the details in case you want to catch it live. And again, shout out to everybody supporting the channel on Patreon. Tournaments like the one that we are about to host wouldn't be possible without you. So if anybody wants to support efforts like this, if anybody wants to support us trying to keep HOTS alive on the competitive level, go to patreon.com/Khaldor, check it out. There's a link in the description as well. Big shout out to everybody that's already supporting it. I said it in the past because somebody pointed out earlier, I'm not really the one to do a lot of social posts there. I think all the stuff that I've done over the last couple of years speaks pretty clearly. I suck at social media. I'm much better at, like, you know, actually doing the thing. I'll try to post a little bit more regular there, but social media is definitely not my strongest suit and probably never will be. But when it comes to actually doing stuff, hosting tournaments, getting all of this content to you, that's more my wheelhouse, and I hope that you guys know that. So yeah, either way, big shout out to the Patreon supporters, and if you guys want to check it out, patreon.com/Khaldor. Now, as we're in game number 1 here, we got Stitches that I pointed out a bit earlier with his level 1 stacking. I'm always a huge fan of these little mini games when you stack something and you're trying to scale into the late game. Not always is that the best approach to actually win the video game, but it's making for fun little mini games and a lot of fun around. Is somebody able to pull it off? Yes, no. Kelthas first blood in the top mid lane. There might actually be more that are dying here. We're trying to follow up on Anduin on Stitches as the fight at the bottom of the map also still was going on. Talking about the fights here, we have actually in the case of Nazeebo, who's also trying to get into the late game. He made the choice on level 1 to go straight into Thing of the Deep with added spell power. That thing was absolutely... Do you guys remember when this was absolutely overpowered, when they started to change talents a little bit? I think Nazeebo got 30% spell power back then. It was hilarious. Like, you had a range increase and 30% more spell power, something along those lines. I read that the first time that it came out, I just started laughing. I was like, this is the most OP thing I've ever seen in my life. As Nazeebo, now that I'm talking about him, of course gets killed. And I still remember that, especially on Reddit and some other platforms, there were still people who's like, you don't know what you're talking about, this is totally balanced. And I think 2 weeks later, everybody's like, yeah, maybe a little bit too strong. But in this case, we get Thing of the Deep on level 1, so Nazeebo, he is at 52 stacks right now. We got Stitches slowly rotating between the lanes. The reason why... Oh, also money pick, by the way. Whew, how did I not notice that? There we go. Oink, oink. So, Stitches riding in style, even trying to go for a little bit of Skinergy here as he drops in the green skin on the green money pick. So, not too bad. Also, talking stacks, Medivh, 28 on the baseline, so he's getting there slowly. Needs to be a bit careful now that he doesn't get hooked and killed. And in this case, the hook hits Dehaka. So, Medivh still fine, but the blue team is already pushing a little bit. They just took their camp. Green Cats did the same thing. They actually call it Team Green Cat. I actually don't know why. It makes them sound a little bit strange, so Green Cats it is. Cat videos, by the way, are the best. Still in 2025, cat videos are just absolutely amazing. I think this is the only thing that I use my Instagram account for. I post maybe once every 3 months, so if somebody actually follows me on Instagram, you'd know that. And then mostly cycling content and sports content, but the only kind of video that I get is cat videos, and cat videos are absolutely incredible. Don't want to have one. Very funny to watch. Either way, Zul goes down. That's kill number 2 for the blue team. But they are currently the ones being pushed here in the middle as the cats are sharpening their claws a bit on all of those walls and start to push that. Anduin with another little pull as Blaze misses. Oh, not only Blaze. Blaze missed the jet propulsion, but Stukov, Stitches. Stitches actually missed the hook there. Turn-ins are slowly coming together for the twos. The first turn-in, the first objective that we're going to get once that somebody completes it. Right now, the blue team is slightly in the lead. Team Hands, by the way. This sounds to me like it's an Alex the Pro G reference, to be honest with you. As Anduin gets murdered by a nicely executed portal play from Medivh. Alex was always kind of making fun about like monkeys and people playing without hands, so I suppose this is a bit of an homage to him. I haven't seen him in a long time, but the last time I heard he was actually doing pretty well at university. I guess he's probably done by now, so I'm not quite sure what actually happened with him. But yep, Alex was definitely unique. Now, 35 stacks for Medivh. My man is getting there. 37, and they get the kill on Blaze. Nice, good surround here. And the zombie wall obviously doing work in this instance. The portal plays that are getting executed are pretty powerful here, so not too bad. Level 10 is about to kick in for both of the teams. The first turn-in goes to the blue team, but I'm not sure how much they're going to... Oh, actually now with Nazeebo dying, they might get a bit more out of it than I thought initially. Nazeebo down, and yeah, Blaze is slowly coming back. He needs to still cross the map, but now that Zul has also been caught and gorged, even the shield might not be enough to save him. I was worried for nothing, apparently, because he's still alright, and it was Stitches that nearly fell to that play. Leyline got easily dodged there. So there's that, but at the top, the fort is still taking some damage. Generally speaking, the defense wasn't too bad. Stukov in the middle, dying though as the jet propulsion connects with him, so the team picks up a few more kills. But the good news for the Green Cats is that there at least was no problem with a fort being destroyed already. 11 stacks now for Stitches. Nice drag from the Haka, who gets hooked. What about... Arrow comes out, Hanzo, they still want the kill, they might get the one on the Haka, and yep, with a follow-up from Khaldor, they're able to lock that in. The Haka is down, the dinosaur is extinct again, but Stitches gets also murdered, so a little teddy bear over here got crushed. Unfortunate. Now, Medivh done with the quest, 70 stacks for Nazeebo on level 11. Late game Nazeebo is of course something that they're going to be hoping for. It is their main damage dealer. They don't technically have a proper tank there either. I mean, if you look at the drafting process here from their perspective, they are going for Zul main tank, so really Alex the Pro G style here, and then the Haka. With the help of Medivh and Stukov in the back, that's actually quite doable. You have a lot of wave play with it, and especially on this map, Zul main tank was played in the past. This one I believe it was Sky Temple. But 21,000 damage for Nazeebo puts him into the pole position for the red team. The shove a little bit late actually helped Stitches more than it hurt him. Zul is definitely not going to be happy about that. And there it is, the hit, and of course a few gems that are now lost too. Still want to turn in for the red team so that they get their own Webiwa wave. And the Haka gets interrupted by a nice hook. Hanzo, 36,000 damage, so he's currently running the show for the blue team. But we have 10 kills in total now. Still the attempt to turn in by the Green Cats. And they are even in experience. I mean, they're not falling behind or anything. They're now getting their own turn in as well. The interrupt attempt here from Blaze admirable. But, yeah. War ein bisschen zu lasch von der Lusche. So, they get the turn in. Red team now with the opportunity to make it through the middle. Try and take down that fort. And the first quest is also completed for Nazeebo. Still working on the big one, on the baseline of course. But with level 13 talents now on both sides and the extended hook range for Stitches, here's the chance to make a few moves by the red team. The green cats now slowly on the move. The Haka on the bot lane. Mid lane, that Red Weaver got already eliminated. Nice hook against the deep. He should be fine. Gravity Lapse is out. There's the light bomb still. Oh, no chance to get that shield out in time. So Medivh is gone. Bird Boy is eliminated. Arrow in the middle. Hits the Haka. He's fine. What about Blaze? Needs to bunker it up. And with 7 kills to 3 in Elite experience, the blue team is slowly making their plays and getting more and more momentum. They log in another kill against the Haka, but they lose Stitches in the process. And pretty decent amount of gems too. Nobody was able to recover those. So, as it turns out, even with a few heroes that were lost, the red team on the move through the mid lane, trying to take that fort out, and they might actually be able to pull that off. That's not the only lane that's in trouble. Down at the bottom of the map, the Web Weavers just now got defeated. But still some damage done, and at the top, the fort is also taking damage. So, the Cats, they're getting a fort out of the first turn in, and a lot more damage on the adjacent lanes. That definitely hurt. Leyline's out again, and another kill. Hanzo gets murdered. Oh, woo, the money shove. Okay, have fun getting out of this one, Blaze. Man's trying to run, and it's not gonna happen. Can he get away here? Maybe Anduin can save him. And the answer is no. That's 22 gems down the drain, and a nice little kill from Team Green Cats. That was pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Both teams lost a lot of gems. Red team, a few more than their opponent. But they have now the momentum, and they're trying to use it to take another fort out, and this one is already so low that I honestly don't see a problem with that at all. I don't really think that they can do anything about this. Would honestly shock me. But okay, either way, right now what we get is both teams on 15, 8 kills to 7, so the Cats are catching up. And Nazeebo is doing fine. Nazeebo is doing quite nicely. He's at 138. There's still 5 levels to go. It would shock me if he doesn't get too violent infection in the course of this game. That's bad news for the blue team. That's honestly not gonna do... I mean, this would concern me a little bit about them. What they want to do is a bit more aggression here. And Stitches, he doesn't really get the stacks together. Compare, for example, the level 1 talent of Khaldor and of Stitches. Oh, they really moved into the arrow here. Jet Propulsion at least only connects with 1. There's the ley line, but Stukov is down as the red team pushes without Nazeebo, by the way. That was a bit too aggressive. I mean, without Nazeebo and then making that move. Great shield on Zul, though. Wow. That was amazing. I mean, Medivh is going to die because of it, but that was still a fantastic save on Zul. And it allows, at least for now, Nazeebo to go to the top and do more damage, potentially even take that fort out. He's likely going to get it with the help of the minion wave and the spell rotation. Has to retreat, but still, that's the second fort destroyed. Obviously, the blue team is going to try and use that time now to turn in. Yeah, on it already, and I guess they will complete it. Yeah, but Nazeebo's now at 155 stacks. He needs 20 more, and the levels. Blue team, they need to hurry a little bit. I said it before, but Stitches is a bit low on globes, so he should have more by now. That is hurting his hit point pool a bit. And when we talk about late game potential and how big of a role you can play there, his is going to be a bit diminished because of it. But with that, we're now having the push through the middle. Here come the Web Weavers. And that is going to cost the red team at least 2 forts, maybe more. Top side is going to go down 100%. Middle of the map, I don't think they can save that either. Looking too bad as is already. Good arrow interrupt against the ult from Nazeebo. And here comes the flank from Khaldor. The ice block preventing the worst for a second. Still, oh, great portal. And great Tong. Some really cool plays coming out of the red team here. And specifically when we're talking about Medivh, he provided a couple of fantastic plays. I mean, he died a few times for those as well. But we had some clutch moments now. That, on the other hand, yeah, yeah, thus just burns them to a crisp. 3 heroes that he was able to take out now. And we have nearly a level lead. We have more than a level lead now for the blue team. But these little moments here, that every single time when it feels like they're absolutely in the driver's seat and they can do whatever they want, there all of a sudden comes a play out of the red team that just shuts the aggression down, stops the momentum cold for a moment, and allows them to get the rest of the heroes back into the game. And that's an issue, because Nazeebo, he only needs level 20 now. And there's not a single keep that has been destroyed. There's no avenue to take the game on immediately. So it's kind of tough. Drax at the top with Dehaka is clearing the next few waves. And Nazeebo is already waiting for one. He's also waiting for his turn in. They have 38 gems on him. And he's going to get this one easy. That's a Web Weaver wave. Now the timing is, I think, barely okay, because the problem, of course, is the level 20 talent from the blue team. But the web... Nah, I think the defense is going to be fairly easy for the blue team. On the other hand, of course, it saves time for the cats. They get a bit more map control back. They will get decent experience out of this one as well. So soon we're going to have a 20 versus 20 battle. And Nazeebo just keeps up his plays around the stacks. Is now at 190 essentially. 23 for Stitches. You look over to the damage numbers. We have 39,000 for Zul. Top dog in the game is Hanzo, as so often, with 61k. Nazeebo is actually pretty far off with 31,000. He's been focused very heavily on wave clear, which makes of course sense as he's trying to stack. But yeah, the simple question is what's going to happen once that he has his viral infection ready. 2 deaths on him, not too much. But yep, level 20 is ready for one of the teams. But the cats are going to get their storm talent in just a moment. They should really just fall back. Fall back, go to the lanes, get the experience here, take a couple of waves out. They have Medivh, he can always spot what's going on here, needs to shadow Stitches of course, so that they can predict the hooks a little bit. But with them getting closer and closer to their own storm talents, there's just simply no reason to actually fight. It makes no sense. And the window isn't big enough for the blue team to make a play for the boss either. So top side, there's still an easy wave to get. Blue team is now trying to turn in, but yeah, we're going to get level 20 for Nazeebo any second, and then they are going to be in a much better spot to actually take care of all of this. And there it is. Viral Infection is in. Hook comes out, we got Mortal Wound, we got the Essence Claw, and Medivh cheats as well. But it is time for Nazeebo. Just a little comparison, Nazeebo's at 32,000 damage. 32,000, and far behind, Hanzo nearly doubling his damage as Viral Infection kicks in. Let's see how long this lasts and how much he can contribute here, because he is definitely the one that they were trying to get to his late game potential, and that's exactly where we are right now. So J-Hard, it's all on his shoulders now. He's the one who has to start making the moves here. Hook's coming out, yeah, nicely done with the jet propulsion as a follow-up. Leyline on the other hand, as Medivh is cheating as usual. They even put it into the title of the talent. We didn't need to know that this specifically in Blizzard. We already know that Medivh is a cheating bastard. Every single game. Now, talking Medivh, he might also be pretty dead. And yep, he is. So Medivh is gone. He's eliminated. And the push is still happening. One Web Weaver might have been defeated, but there's still one at the bottom of the top lane. Another stun from Hanzo with the bullseye. Uh-oh. Haha, nice dodge from the Haka. Yeah, job well done. Zul, as the main tank of the team, is at the bottom of the map now, clearing the waves. Top side, they pretty much let that go. They are still attempting to defend the middle. And Zul might be the one. The Haka is actually the one in this case now that rotates towards the top in order to stop the Web Weavers there. But in the middle, the poke continues, and everybody's afraid of that Stitches hook. J-Hard, for example, just sits behind. Look how they're sitting behind the keep the entire time. Also means that the keep is taking a lot more damage now that they're hiding this much, and I'm not sure if they can hold this one. I think this one is gonna fall. Doesn't look like they can defend this, or can they? They're at least now all sitting in the middle. Medivh is back in 8 seconds. They're slowly starting to push out here. Should probably wait a bit because Stitches still has Gorge available. And they should know that too. So yeah, there comes Gorge. Blaze nearly dead, but good move from Nazeebo too as they're trying to save Zul. Big monster shaft, but even that didn't save him. And now Medivh is back. They get the counter kill though. No, they are not! Oh, that sucks. The arrow comes out and there's the attack. Horrible moves by the cats. Way too early, the aggression. They should have waited for Medivh, but they pushed out too quickly, and now they're losing 3 heroes in the process. That's an absolute disaster. Nazeebo is not looking too hot either. Ice blocks the jet propulsion and is actually able to escape with the portal. Medivh and Nazeebo, seriously, some of the plays that they're making here are incredible. They're still holding on to this somehow. When it was a 5 versus 2 initially and it looked like Nazeebo might die as well, this could have been game, especially now that Medivh is getting attacked, moves out again, the keep is gone, but damn! Some of these plays are clutch as hell. Look at Nazeebo, by the way. He's now the top damage dealer for his own team already, and he's getting closer and closer to Hanzo, but it could all be over right here, because the blue team is going for the kill now. Nazeebo is trying to defend as best as he can, gets gobbled up, but the core is losing hit points. S is not looking good. Blaze, on the other hand, might fall, gets pulled out by Anduin. They're all a little bit low here. Nazeebo is able to escape. Once again, one of these clutch escapes. With Blaze dying, we also have Medivh going down. The core is at 63%, but the red team hasn't given up yet. They're still holding on to this as best as they can. Nazeebo keeps raking up the damage and of course stacks on his level 1, which makes him even more powerful. But this is quite the game here. Not a lot of gems on either side right now. We got 29 to 13. And over in... do they have still... Hello, team? 54. They lost an... Oh my god. They lost another 16... Oh no. 20 points on the core. For nothing. Because they didn't see the bloody catapult. And didn't deal with it. Oh boy. Now they're down to 47. And that is backdoor territory where we are right now. I like the play for the boss though. It's a little bit ballsy. I mean, they had some vision and they still have vision thanks to the minions in the middle of the map. Maybe the blue team just doesn't realize what's going on here, but that's a 21-minute boss that just got lost. Fantastic arrow. The backdoor attempt by the blue team. Great arrow to slow them down, but they realize now with Medivh back and the ley line that they can't do anything on the core that easily, so they retreat. The thought of going there though, and then shooting the arrow up to delay things, I like it. Well done. Now comes the turn-in attempt. They don't have enough yet, but at least they deliver what they have ready. And the red team can now try and push here. For keep at least the Haka. That's the beauty of having a global in this game, of course. Even on a map like Tomb of the Spider Queen, you can just easily defend in the middle and then join the rest up at the top. And that's exactly where we are right now. So that wall is already gone. Now the quick move straight in for the keep itself. Nazeebo can still dish out a bit of the pain here now that the cooldown has also been activated on Stitch's hook. It's going to be a little bit easier, but they don't quite get that keep. And they still have to go down to the bottom of the map and deal with that. Siege Giants plus catapults, that late in the game, that hurts. But top side, Nazeebo gets hooked! Hook and pull, the ley line connect. At least they get that, and he's able to move back through the portal. Still an arrow coming out, and Medivh is nearly down. Zul is in trouble. The Haka is still in the middle of the map. Zul is dead. Zul is down. 19 kills to 9. That's quite a lot. 100,000 damage for Hanzo nearly. 81,000 for Nazeebo. So once again, Violent Faction being an absolute game changer for the power output. The Haga's defending the keep at the bottom of the map. I'm not sure he gets it, but they're also trying to save Nazeebo at the top and somehow are able to do it. The bottom keep is still standing. I have no idea how they managed to do that, but it's being held together by just a little bit of spittle and chewing gum. They are killing Blaze again though. That's the 5th time now that Blaze has fallen. And here comes the ley line chase with the portal behind it. They want more kills and they're gonna get a few. They take down Khaldor, that drag on Anduin, and that's another kill for the cats. Damn, these guys just don't give up, do they? Play after play being made here, and I again have to highlight Medivh. Has maybe died a couple of times, but tons of great plays from them. Dying again, they really want him, and I can understand why. He was insanely frustrating for them. Now, up at the top. Good damage against the keep. Can they get the entire thing? Yep, with those few spiders, they definitely have it. So the keep is gone. And that opens the game up a little bit. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that the red team is on level 4, on 47% on their core. So, still easily taken out, but they are bringing this back slowly. Stitches by now at 35 stacks, by the way. He's still sitting at 10% increased movement speed, so he hasn't added another 5%. That's going to happen in a few globes, but he still needs another 5 before he is there. Then again, the difference to Kalthas couldn't be more obvious. He's 20 globes ahead, so his mana pool is definitely pretty neat. But currently we have level 23 and 24 on the board. We have 24 minutes in. And apparently they want to go for the Siege Giants down here. Blue team is still sitting in the middle. Nobody has enough gems. Nobody has the gems for another turn-in currently. So they easily are able to lock those Siege Giants in. They have catapults at the bot lane. How's the blue team going to react to this? I mean, they got to do something here. Traveling as a 5-man group so far. Maybe going for their own bruiser camp here. And the red team is still saving some of their heroes at the side. Medivh, he is going to scout all of this. Yeah, that late game Medivh scouting is just always amazing. Yeah, I'm still, by the way, this is still funny to me. Taking this down would have helped the blue team so much, but they just couldn't. Damage numbers, 90,000 and 109,000, the top 2 damage dealer currently. Nazeebo is second highest in the game now. He has surpassed Kalthas, who until recently was sitting in the number 2 spot, not only on the red team side, but just overall. But we're slowly going to, I guess, the showdown. Because the blue team has finally said, guys, we've had enough here. We're going to push now. We're going to take at least the keep at the bottom of the map out. Every single keep that you take from here on out is going to give us a huge leg up. So let's go. But in this case, not even... Okay, Kalthas moves down to the bottom of the map. He wants it. The rest more interested in pushing for the middle. But Kalthas gets the hits in. Drops the Phoenix as well. And might still die, and does, because another portal is set up. Worth it? Not so sure, especially now that they're catching Blaze too. They wanted that keep, they got the keep, but they lost Blaze and they lost Kalthas. Both of them will die here, and now it's a 5 versus 4 all of a sudden. Sorry, 5 versus 3. So... This just got interesting, also because the Haka is at the top and there's 4 catapults here. Well, there's also Hanzo, so make it 1 catapult. But that's 3 heroes defending. And the red team clearly has a plan. They want to take this out. They get Nazeebo in. They want to start dropping the core here. And they will be able to do some very quick damage in all of this. Already we're having the shield fall. Stitches is doing what he can to slow them down. But it's 30 seconds until Blaze is back. Just look how quickly the core keeps disappearing here. That's a win, guys. Green Cats, they're locking this in. They're actually grabbing this one. This is elite. They're 6 kills behind, but they don't care. The best of 3 starts with a 1-0 for the red team. Nicely done, GG.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
So, the boys changed sides, so don't be too confused as we're going into game number 1, because right now what's happening is that on the left side we got the green cats in blue this time. They have of course taken the lead on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We have them with Jay Hard on Mal'Ganis, so quite the swap here in heroes. Guilty Spark on Deckard Cain, Drill Click on Li Ming, we got Critical on Artanis, and Drax is playing Sonya. Trash Tannis on, at least on Battlefield, with Amateur Opponent as his level 1. Then on the right side we got X-Ray playing Imperius, we got Marble Lucio on the Haka, Ultralisk on Hanzo, Danger Noodle is playing White Mane, and Ani is on Mirrodin. So, let's check that out. How is this gonna flow? Are we really gonna see a 2-0 victory here for the Cats, or are the Hands gonna bring this back? Can Trash Tannis win a game, or is he gonna lose again over here? Lots of questions. We're gonna get some answers as this continues. So, yeah, right now we're still having the chance, of course, for all of them to make the big play, win the game for the team, force game number 3, and let's just go for it. So, time will tell. I mean, at this point, we're already having quite a skirmish down here at the bottom of the map. The 1v1 between Sonya and Yahaka is still playing out topside. Triple front line for the blue team with Li Ming as their main damage dealer. We also have a triple front line for the red team. Again, there's no draft restrictions. So, currently, this is all just simple, normal gameplay that we're getting here. Li Ming, she's going to look for all of these resets. We have decent amount of CC also with Deckard Cain and with Mal'Ganis. It's going to be a little bit of a sleeper festival. The two of them just going to try... Oh, solo kill nearly at the top. A little bit of help. Sonya gets a kill on Dehaka against two. X-Ray wants the kill though, and I guess Sonya's eventually gonna fall, so she dies. Still great for her. They tried to 2v1 her, and she's able to get a kill. Gets killed shortly after too, but hey, still absolutely worth it. So, nicely done by her. Neat little move, and yeah, I gotta say, not too bad. That was actually really well done by her. And, of course, everybody is now back towards the top. Dehaka is already waddling in. They're still trying to get the second camp. The first mercenary camp has already been claimed by the blue team at the bottom of the map. Currently pushing for the wall here. But outside of everybody just poking a little bit and trying to skirmish around here, we haven't seen any big plays yet. Oof. Imperius gets now killed. Yeah, that top lane is not going all that crazy. Sonya still alive and kicking on the other hand. So, yeah, starts to do her thing here. Lots of spin to win goodness from her. With level 4, we're getting Triumvirate for Li Ming. Blue team is definitely still again pushing the momentum that they gathered in game number 1. And I gotta say, game number 1 was awesome. I really, really liked the first game. There was a lot of cool back and forth. Now we have Hanzo down, and damn, they're just back on the aggression here. Immediately. I mean, instant aggression from all of the teams involved here as they're really making the big moves on all of this. They want the kills. J-Hard about to go down as well. Yeah, they try to go for him, and can they get the kill? Not quite yet. Well, they were trying to get the kill here, weren't quite able to make that play, but still, they're chasing Dehaka now. It's just all over the place. The Immortals are already up. Nobody even went... okay, blue team went for their Shaman camp. But the camp over here on the right side is still there because nobody actually made a big move for it. And then in the meantime, yes, they're still trying to go for the objective, but it's more focused on trying to win the team fights and getting the kills connected. And they're really at it. I mean, they're trying the best they can in order to just win the game by destroying the opponent and then making a move for the Immortal instead of just trying to focus on the objective itself. Halftime show is already in, down at the bottom of the map. We're now having Dehaka trying to deal with the camp. Halftime show is obviously already over, as I just said a second ago. And whew, it's getting a bit wild here because both of them are just racing it right now. And I'm honestly not 100% certain who's going to take it. It seems like the blue team is going to claim it, and they do with a small shield, but then they lose Mal'Ganis in the process. So while they have the objective, they just lost out on at least one of the heroes, which is a little bit of a problem. And yeah, not too sure how much further they can go with this now. So we'll see. But already we have the next little swap play attempt against Dehaka. And yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it yet. Oh, is he? Oh! Talk about close. Yep. Calling it clutch here. The Immortal nearly defeated at the top. 3 kills to 1. So, yep, it's a wild one. It's exactly what game number 1 promised. It just continues in game number 2. I kind of hope that we're going to get a 3-map out of this. No Calamity, by the way. We're seeing instead Li Ming going straight into Seeker. So, they're really trying to go for the big Seeker plays at this point. And down at the bottom of the map, yeah, well, we have another attempt to just push through the walls here. Objective, obviously, is something that both of the teams are going to be waiting for while they're focusing on some of the camps. And this one is about to be taken. So, yeah, that's one. Then up at the top, what are we going to get here? I mean, right now, still the attempt to... yeah, try and get, of course, a quick little kill in on Muradin, who's sitting all the way up at the front right now. Muradin getting attacked, And can they get the kill there? Nope. Instead, looked like Mal'Ganis was actually in trouble for just a second. Down at the bottom of the map, on the other hand, we have, in the meantime, the attempt to take the campsite. I mean, at the end of the day, it's really a lot of brawling that we're currently getting in this game. Both of the teams are super eager to try and make a couple of big plays. Nobody has been able to make anything massive happen just yet. But they are consistently trying to pull that off somehow. So, as it stands right now, again, the attack against Atanas. They're trying to go for the camp at the top right. Now the objective has been announced again. Everybody's looking for kills. Nobody has really been able to find them just yet. But it's just aggression, aggression, aggression. From the beginning, it was just non-stop brawling. The triple front lines, of course, looking for the CC, but at the same time, they're also so durable that it's really difficult to get the kill connected, with the supports doing a great job here. But Mal'Ganis gets now taken out for the second time, and the timing could not be worse for them. Blue team is losing one of their main heroes, just as we have the next Immortal up on the map, and that gives also more experience over to Team Hands, who's now half a level away from 10. So heroic abilities would make this worse. Yeah, X-Ray gets attacked now as well. Another little play from Li Ming as she's hoping for more resets. Not having Calamity here, of course, is also a bit of a gamble. It allows her to poke even more heavily against the Immortal from a distance, but makes things a little bit tricky when she tries to go for a finishing move. Atanas gets killed at the bottom of the map. That's 4 kills now for Team Hands, and they have level 10 abilities. This is looking really good for them on the second objective. It's actually looking fantastic for them right now. They're looking great here. 3 kills to 4, and then in the meantime, of course, it's the attempt to keep the shield as low as possible by the blue team, and actually they're getting way more damage here as I thought they would. This is looking way better for them. Arrow comes out, Mal'Ganis with a move. Yeah, can they get some kills here? Both teams now with level 10s. Objective went over to Team Hands, but it isn't as dominant as I thought it would be. Li Ming wanted the kill. Imperial is able to walk away, and Sonya dies. Sonya is dead. They're trying to go for nope, they can't get a kill there either. Atanas is moving back. Nobody's even dealing with the Immortal. The Immortal is already walking towards the top lane wall and starting to take it down. Nobody is doing anything about it. So, yeah. Finally, we have some defense set up by the blue team. So, they're making their moves there. Down to the bottom of the map, still a 2-man push. So, they've been splitting their forces on the 2 lanes. They still have the problem that Whitemane wasn't with them. She's now coming back from base, but this is still good damage against the fort. So fort is getting attacked, down to 50%. Blue team is trying to chase here, but down at the bottom of the map, it's only Sonya. She's trying to protect the wall, and honestly, she's been doing a pretty okay job with this. Muradin going for a little bit of a walk around there, and now that they connect the Stormbolt, they just miss out on the kill. And instead, Sonya comes in and murders the Haka. Sonya had some great moments in this game, I have to say. Some really nice moments already. So pretty cool plays from her. Muradin's ragdoll gets kicked around on the map. Absolutely crushed. So that attempt to take Sonya down and destroy the bottom wall, maybe even take some hit points off the fort, completely backfired on Team Hands. This is a fast-paced game. I mean, it really is. 31,000 damage now on Hanzo's side. 33,000 for Li Ming. Fight at the top continues. It's always a fight here, like over and over and over again. So now they're coming in and are taking down Atanas, so he's eliminated. Atanas is down. Maybe now they can get Sonya. They already took the camp. Here comes the first lick. Do they have what it takes to drop her? Or is she once again getting a kill? And of course she is. She drops Imperius and is still not done. She wants the Haka, and even Muradin comes now in. The Haka's trying to get away. Sonya alive. Deckard Kane with a sleeper. Gets the ult in and saves her. Sonya is on an absolute warpath here. I mean, damn girl, calm the fuck down. She's insane. Sonya is just absolutely wrecking it. Arrow comes out and misses by a mile and is on his way to Florida now. 6 kills, 2-6. And over on the right side, another camp gets taken, but the blue team is just going full on aggression the entire game. I mean, both of them are. It's actually funny that it's not really reflected in the kill count. Granted, we have 12 kills at the 10-minute mark, but from how many fights we've seen, there should be more. Again, they come in. Atanis with the orbital bombardment here as they're trying to win the fight in the choke point. Nice little moves. Atanis with the swap attempt again. Muradin jumps in, gets a couple of stuns out, aims straight for Deckard Cain, and the old man is escaping. Atanis is the one that gets trashed. Third time that he now died. Muradin still trying to intercept them, but he can't. There's a camp at the top lane on the other hand that goes straight for the fort, so the red team is getting value as they are killing another hero. That's Sonya finally down, and that's 2 heroes missing for the Green Cats. That could be bad for them. They're gonna lose the top side fort if nobody defends, and they might lose the objective as well. At the beginning it was the blue team that did a little bit better on the Immortal, and they're actually getting the halftime show too, but there's a lot that is being missed now. The top side fort is about to get dropped. Arrow is out against Mal'Ganis. Kill attempt by Ultralisk on Hanzo. Can't quite get it. Went too deep and gets punished. Ultralisk is ultra dead, and that might just be what cost them the Immortal now, because with Hanzo they would have certainly had a better chance of taking this all on. But as it stands right now, it's looking a little bit grim. So yeah, it's the blue team that wins the objective. Both of the games, I mean the second one, have been really back and forth. The last time it was towards the end, the Green Cats were able to decide the series in their favor. And who knows, maybe they can do the same thing again. The Haka down at the bottom of the map. We now have level 13 in. Li Ming went even glass cannon, so really fully committed to the damage. And they are trying to use it at the top to destroy the second fort of the game. The first fort that would fall on the red team side. And I think that's one is pretty much a lock. I mean, the Immortal still has a shield. Still in range mode. Is finally swapping over into melee mode now that the shield's gone. But can he escape Mal'Ganis? And he gets out! They dropped everything on him and it just wasn't enough. Mal'Ganis is still alive. Had the mobility there and the heals from Deckard Cain. The Immortal also still doing damage and is opening up the wall for them. So they get a maximum amount here. I love the way that the blue team is always fighting back and is just so persistent. They're like a bunch of cockroaches, honestly. Every single time you think you have them all killed, there's another one that just pops up or somehow survives and runs away. And that's exactly what they've been doing. They are indestructible, annoying, persistent. Yep. But now they are maybe overstepping a little bit too hard. So Li Ming is gone. The rest is being chased now. There's another quick swap coming. And who knows? Can they get another kill here? Now with the Haka. Yes, with the Haka coming in and connecting the drag. That's the end of Deckard Cain. And Trash Tannis is of course going to fall as well. So more and more kills locked in by Team Hands. And yeah, during all of this, Sonya is spinning. Going for a little bit of spin to win at the bottom of the map. Sonya is just slamming away. But she might also stay a bit too long here. She gets the entire wall, but there's the kill from the Haka. Yep. Might even be worth it, who knows? But that was telegraphed. She knew that she was most likely not get out of this one. If she had leap and ready, then you know, maybe she can escape. But given the circumstances here, there was just no saving it anymore. Now the invade at the top, also nicely done. Team Hands, they're getting mad momentum now. 8 staggered deaths against the blue team, one after another. They're doing a sweet job here, locking those kills in slowly. And that gives them a 1-level lead now. They're 6 kills ahead. Not a bad spot to be in from their perspective, honestly. Currently, they're looking at a lot of momentum heading into the next Immortal, and they have for another 20 seconds a 5 versus 4 on the map. They're getting their camp over on the right side, have already stolen the opponent's ones away, so this is not too bad for them. It's actually pretty decent. Atanas is defending at the top. This fort is now gone too, which means that the fountain is removed, so no top-off option towards the middle. And as we now have the bot lane attacked again, this is, or the Immortal attacked again, heading towards the bot lane. There's a halftime show that's nearly uncontested. A little bit of damage done here, but that's about it. So, if they can maintain that, that would be a pretty big Immortal for the red team. Starting to jump in again. Yeah, there's the drag. Alright. And Can they get a kill here? Blue team again. They go deep for it. They want it and they get it. They take down Imperius, but they lose Sonya in the process. Li Ming with the resets, aims for White Lane and takes her down as well. Reset City. Yeah, making them pay for it. But can they win the objective? They're certainly trying to turn it around right now. Huge back and forth fight between the teams. The entire game. From the first minute now into minute 16. They're just absolutely crushing it here. And now with 2 heroes down on the red team side, there might be a chance to win the objective after all. So, yeah, they're going ham on this one. They really, really want the Immortal, and it's looking good. There's a cap at the top lane that they have to deal with, or their thingy, their keep is eventually going to take some damage. But right now, things are looking pretty good, and they are able to lock that in. Well done. So they turned it around again. They are able to turn it around. There's going to be a push at the bottom of the map that they're going to get here. And top side, this is of course the next problem. This is what Sonya has to deal with now. I guess the keep is going to take a little bit of damage, but it will still be standing. And with Murden gone, now that got interesting, because that automatically means that we now have less defenders for the red team, and that keep is likely going to fall. The big question then will be, can they also go for the core directly? Deckard Cain is already gone, 15 to 10 kills, but the blue team is so low that this is not looking good. Melganis is dead, Deckard is down, Artanis gets murdered. They might not even get the keep here, honestly. Level 20 is now ready. I think the keep should fall, right? If they get everybody in to defend here, the keep might not get destroyed. It's gonna be a close race, but yeah, I don't think they have enough damage. Oh, no, they don't. The keep is gone. The keep is gone. Sonya pushed at the top a little bit. But this could have been so much worse for Team Hands. I mean, they could have lost the game here, honestly. That was definitely a possibility, so that could have happened. Thankfully for them, it didn't, but quite the match. Half a level for 20 for the blue team. On the side of Team Hands, we now have Impervious. We get the Bullseye, and we have Rewind for Mirrodin, so Storm Bolts galore right now. And the blue team is playing a lot safer here. And they should. They should just sit tight now. There's nothing that you can get on the map anyways. Like, what are you going to do? All the camps are now taken with Yahaka getting the one at the bottom of the map. You just wait for the experience to come to you. Do your thing. Slowly, steadily, and that's all there's to it. Wait for the storm tunnels before you fight. Mirrodin is jumping into the bush though. Already had a bit of an inkling that somebody might be trying to secure the flank there. And indeed, Melganis was there. But nothing that happened around that. So, the level 20 kicking in for the Cats. Who's gonna take this one? Oh, Sonya! Murdered! That's unfortunate. You get level 20, and the moment you do, Sonya is just dead, and the objective spawns. That is really bad news. That sucks. We got Respect the Elderly. We have the Composite Spear for Sonya, and we're getting the Plasma Burn for Artanis. Yeah, there's the swap. Once again, this is a 5 versus 4. Blue team loses Deckard Cain, and they lose Artanis. Uh-oh, it's all falling apart right now. 82,000 damage for Hanzo, 75,000 for Li Ming, but this is not looking good. With J-Hart being targeted and nearly dying as well. I mean, he barely made it past the gate. If he dies, it's over for sure, but even with him alive, that leaves only 2 defenders, and the keep at the top is essentially gone. Gets immediately crushed. Sonya is back in 10, but the rest still is down for another 30 seconds, and Team Hands thinks that this is enough to go in and win the game. They're gonna be pushing for the core now. They're gonna try to force game number 3 out of this here in Division 1 of Heroes Lounge. And it's not looking too bad. They already went through the shield. The core is losing hit points. Sonya is back, granted, but she's getting pushed back quickly, and the core loses hit points. I mean, so damn fast. That's gonna be it. 10 kills to 21, 40% on the core. A little bit of right-clicking is all that's needed at this point. We are going to game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. That series deserves a 3rd map, and that's exactly where we're headed. GG, and well played. The final map, best of 3 series. So we're gonna come to a conclusion here. We have on the left the Green Cats again with Jayhard on Varian. So they're actually going for a bit of a sniper comp with Varian and his taunt. Guilty Spark is on Anduin, is a brother, father and son duo. Drill click on Alarak, we got Critical on Tychus, and Drax is playing Leoric. X-Ray over on the right side for Team Hands with Thrall. We got Marble Lusche on Falstad, Ultralisk on Liming, the Danger Noodle on Oriel, and Ani is playing Mirrodin. Alright, so a little bit of Oriel action over here, whereas over on the left side we have our triple frontline again. Tychus this time the main damage dealer. And on level 1, what we're getting is a fealty on 2 death. So, a little 5v5 brawl is immediately ready. Tychus already set a low here, went in a grenade build on level 1. Yeah, Ultralisk this time the one with Liming, so last time we saw her on the other team. Ultralisk is now going to try and tell or show everybody how it's actually done, from the looks of it. So let's see if we can actually pull that off. But yep. Time to rock and roll. Okay, so yeah, top side we have our skeleton with some action over here. And you know why Leoric is actually retreating here? That old skeleton, because he has no guts. Fantastic. I know. So, well, honestly, dad jokes are just clearly the best. I mean, if you're currently watching this on YouTube, do me a favor and write in the comments your best dad joke. If there are a couple of great ones, I'm going to use them in some of the next casts here. So if you have a good dad joke, put it into the comments. As others pointed out on Twitch already, the pun just now absolutely gutted them. Good one. I like it. A shout out to 8user, abuser, like I have no idea how to read that name. That's a little bit too lead for me today. But down here, I love this game by the way. This series is awesome. Game number 3 and what happens? Instant action. Do we sit on our side, just take our camp? Nah, attack! And they go. So they take Falstad out, they steal the camp away, and now they go for Thrall. And can they kill Green Jesus as well? And the answer is yes! Look at Varian. Comes in and just shows the young one how it's done. Anduin, his jaw dropped, he just stared at him in awe, and it was absolutely amazing. So, over here, yeah, Mirrodin gets taken out, so he's dead as well. 4 kills to 1. The cats, they're crushing it. I have to be careful calling them the cats because the cats kind of the 3-legged cats. Those are the green cats. Very similar cats, but yeah. Damn, they're absolutely murdering them. The hell is happening here? They're going for Thrall and they drop him too. We have Taunt obviously now in, so you would expect a few kills to come together, but they are just destroying them. There's a 1-level lead that they have here. All the way up at the top. Drax again gets attacked. Lusche is already on the run. And yep. Down at the bottom of the map. That's where we have the first altars coming in. Mirrodin on the money pick. Riding into battle in style. Gets taunted. And the follow-up from Alarak. And that's a dead Mirrodin. Yep, Mirrodin is gone. And down at the bottom of the map, Guilty Spark gets the connect on the altar, and that is now in total 8 points of the red team score. More aggression in the middle though, as Li Ming dies at the bottom of the map. Falstad is now flying in. They're trying to go for Leo, and he survives. Drax had some amazing game plays in every single game that we casted from them so far. I'm actually pretty impressed. I mean, again, sometimes maybe a little bit overly aggressive, but it's awesome when it works out. Now they're already going for the bell tower conversion at the bottom right here. So the red team is certainly in some trouble. But, yeah. Thrall jumps in, also got the wolf. He has 3 stacks right now. Follows it up with the 4th, nice, and gets murdered, loses the stacks again. These taunts are just a little bit too much for them to handle. And coming in and they're getting absolutely crushed. They're gonna lose that bell tower too, obviously. There's no way for them to actually maintain that bell tower control. Yeah, that's just not happening. So that bell tower is gonna fall. Has already, and they're gonna get Muradin. Nah, not quite. Orel was already there, pushed them back, and that was that. In the meantime, there's the next little, the next little play against Falstad. You're not my real dad. So the false dad. Do you actually know what you call an Italian? Nah. I'm gonna save that for another one. Careful. What do you call a fake Italian? An imposter! Muradin down, Tiger's down. So the false birdie over here is trying to get another kill, and this time they're gonna get the Leo kill. Leo is down, he's eliminated. X-Ray is able to steal the camp away. So again, it's the back and forth that we've already witnessed throughout all of this. Blue team getting kill after kill the entire time and making the big moves, but now the red team is slowly starting to try and stabilize here and bring this back. So not only do they get the camp, but they also drop Leoric and a few more. Now they try to go for the objective and lock the altar in. But we have another kill against Thrall. So Thrall gets murdered again. And he just can't complete that level 4 quest either, can he? Every single time he gets close, he gets dropped once more. Now they're focusing all of their ire onto Alarak. He's dead, but so is Muradin. Level 10 abilities are kicking in. It gives us early the deadly charge already. Yeah, nice entomb from Leoric. And Oriel is gone. The bell tower is still sitting pretty down here. They go for the birdie, and he gets out. But damn, look at this. 5 deaths on Thrall already. Falstad died 2 times. Muradin died 4 times. The Green Cats, ladies and gentlemen, taking the lead on points on the core. They have momentum. They have the bell tower control. Game's looking great for them. Now, this might change after level 10 kicks in for the red team. So, Team Hands is going to be the next one there. Now we got Sundering coming in. Mighty Gust. Oriel very likely gonna go for Aegis. I would be a little bit surprised if she actually went for Resurrection here. Aegis is usually the typical play. But now, with the next camp claimed, we have another chance to push some pumpkins through the bottom of the map and make a move there for a few more points off the opponent's core. So they're gonna try that. Yeah, already Tychus with the ult. And we have Resurrection! Yeah, no Aegis this time. Resurrect is in, so let's see what Oriel can do with it. Can they get some of those pumpkins connected? Can they get a kill maybe? Falstad and... oh, Falstad is trying to gust. And he's not getting anything. The thought was there, but it was also a little bit too telegraphed, so yeah, they saw that coming from a mile away. And now instead, he just gusted a few minions over. The pumpkins, by the way, at least a few of them connected. Thrall is dead again. He's never going to complete the level 4 quest if this continues. So, it's wild. Here comes the kill against Varian. Finally, at least a bit of a counter from Team Hands. We have 19 kills already, and we're only 7 minutes into the game. Double altar phase coming up next. And it is a wild game. 10 kills, or 10 stacks on Tychus. He's going to complete that. With how they are brawling this out, Tychus is actually going to complete his level 4 quest. Usually you take that strictly for the passive, but in this game, because of how kill heavy things are here, he's going to get it. Top right, top left, we have the easy locks on the altars. That's 5 shots fired against the red team's core, and only 3 shots over on the other side. So in total, we have 33 to 21 points on the core right now. It's a comfortable lead, but this is a comeback map, so late game is everything when you're talking about Towers of Doom. Thrall is again getting a little bit closer to completing his quest. Deadly charge with Anduin Light Bomb, but the combo didn't work out for them. Good thought, but it just didn't quite work. Now Thrall is on 5 stacks now. He's getting dangerously close to actually completing that quest. This could now become a thing. Is he going to be able to pull that one off? I mean, could be. But after this now lasting for a long time, the red team, first and foremost, takes back their bell tower. So they're able to take back bell tower control. That's at least something. Down at the bottom left, yeah, they are still going for their own camps. Nothing too crazy happening here. Well, actually, hold that thought, because here comes the invade attempt. It's a bit too late to do anything about the camp, but they're willing to take the team fight. Falset gusts them into the battle. They're trying to go for Leo. Focus on Anduin shortly after. Quest for Thrall is completed, and after Anduin, they take his dad out as well. So the entire family is getting crushed here. It was a little bit of a sad moment. Apparently, after Varian was killed, Anduin got so sad that he just committed honorable Sudoku over here. It's like, Daddy! Wants to be united with his father. That wish was granted. So and now they are both in the Nexus. They will be back soon, but that might have just been the little play that's needed for the red team to finally make some moves towards a bit more control over all of this. So, yeah, we'll see. Alter at the bottom, easy pickings. Too many missing. So they can easily lock that one in and they grab it. But how much further can they go with these plays? Because right now they got part of the wall. Couldn't get the bell tower here. They're still a bit behind in experience, not by much. On the core, the situation has also relaxed slightly. It's 25 to 21 points on the core now. So it's actually evening out again. It's pretty much what we've seen in the previous games. So it's slowly evening out on all of this. As you would more or less expect, given the way that game number 1 and game number 2 went. Which I like a lot, by the way. More of those. And yeah, who's going to decide the series in their favor? Right now, big fight over here. Light Bomb comes out again. They get at least 1 or 2 stuns out of that. Now making the move for Anduin, and he is down. He's not the only one, though. Falstad gets also murdered, so the birdie is down, gets resurrected by Auriel. Actually, Resurrect gets a lot of value currently for Team Hands. This is the second one that helped them in the middle of a team fight to immediately revive one of their players and have him then contribute more in the same battle. So, not too shabby. This is actually working quite nicely. Level 16 for both of them soon. Tychus is gonna need a little bit more to complete his level 4 quest. I thought by now he might have had it already. But with 16, Anduin is now getting the double pull, so a lot of the teammates should be a lot safer. But this is of course the big one, because now we're talking about the next triple altar phase. And that's always a huge one right there. So we'll see what they can do with this. If they're able to... Which team is gonna pull ahead on this one? This one is gonna potentially get dicey. Already the attack here against X-Ray. There comes the Light Bomb. They go for Thrall and they take him down. Thrall is dead. Off to a great start. They're saving Tychus. 127 sadism stacks, by the way, for Alarak, who still wants to go in with a deadly charge potentially. Got stopped cold by Muradin and a quick Stormbolt, but he's currently on a 5-second cooldown. Could bring that back now. Yeah, Falstad with Leo still locked into a fight, and it's the good old skeleton that goes down. Nice save, by the way. That gust saved Varian. It also possibly saved Muradin, but both of the tanks walked away without a scratch. That could have been problematic. Has been an even exchange in altars at the top left and top right, but now it comes down to the big fight over here in the middle, with each team on 4. There comes Alarak with a deadly charge, and Falstad is dead. Falstad is down and gets resurrected right away. Quick combo from Alarak again, who's now at 144 stacks. They want to go for Muradin, and they get him. Varian the one to rush in, sundering from Thrall, drops Alarak into the corner, and that's the sadism gone, but they get the altar channel. That's 4 more points off the core of Team Hands. They're down to 13 now, dangerously close to the single digits. So, yeah. Bit more momentum on the map now for the red team. They're trying to steal a few more here away. Oh, they also need to be very careful that they're not losing another hero. 1 stack missing for Tychus to get his quest reward on level 4. We're at 71,000 damage now for the top damage dealer in the game, which is Ultralisk only Ming. 51,000 for Tychus, who comes in 2nd place, and then Alarak, who just lost all of his sadism stacks on 44,000. Yeah, so he's now back to 100. Thrall, of course. Alpha Wolf. the synergy with the level 4 talent. There's a follow-up for him. And again, this is the map that decides the game. The match. Who takes this match in the series? So, for now, 18 kills to 10. Yep. 28 kills, 40 minutes in, 2 kills per minute. It's a trap! Admiral Akbar wants his line back, but they kind of messed it up a little bit. That didn't go as well as they wanted to. Falstad again, jumping into the middle. He even has afterburn on everything just so he can reposition after he uses these gusts. But the attacks actually work. They're killing the father-son duo again. So Anduin and Varian are both gone, and now Tychus is all alone here, and he's not going to make it either. That's 3 heroes destroyed with one little move. And they're going to get the boss because of it. So that drops another 4 points of the blue team's core, puts them down to 17-13. And there's still an altar in the middle of the map now to be fought over. So if they get this one as well, then all of a sudden we are on an even playing field when it comes to core points. And this is very likely what's going to happen now. The problem is they're leading experience for Team Hands. They're level ahead, and if they can get this kill... And they can... Yep, even better for them. Stagger deaths. Leo, thankfully for them, is going to be back a little bit quicker, of course. But they're still losing the bell tower at the bottom of the map. And this is where it starts to get annoying for the Green Cats. Because right now you find yourself in a position where you've been dominating the first half of the game. But it doesn't really do anything for you because you're starting to fall behind. You don't have the level 20 talent yet. In this case we get light speed for Oriel, so the upgrade for Resurrection. And late game, again, I said it before, late game momentum is everything on this map. So now we have a lot of that for the team in red, and they are very eager to use all of that. Sunring is already out, Anduin saves Tychus, barely. Oh, that would... If that would have been a kill, if Ultras is able to get that, despite the fact that Anduin was already mostly saving the day here, that would have been something. But yeah, the situation is still the same. A level behind, a talent behind, lost the bell tower, full control of the map for your opponent. Not a good move in the late game on Towers of Doom. 13 versus 13, that can go down very, very quickly. Falstad though gets killed in the middle. They could technically try to resurrect here, and they're moving in with the team. So I guess we're going to get resurrection. Yep. So resurrect is already out. Nicely done. And with that, they're back with 5 on the map. Yeah, that's actually nice value on the talent. Could have been a problem. I mean, imagine the altar spawn with a 4 versus 5 situation, but they're able to pull that off. They need to be careful that they're not losing murder too. Okay. Yeah, but now who is taking it? Sundering is out. Falstad again with a gust. Trying for Anduin. And Anduin is dead. Anduin is down. The whip against our boy Varian. He's dead. So is Tychus. Guys, this is not good. 5-man team wipe. Team Hands with a big play here. And they will likely go for the full barrage now. There's already a few that are moving towards the top. They're attacking in the middle here. They're going to take this bell tower. Down at the bottom of the map, there's 3 pumpkins that are now going to make it through. That's 10 points on the core. And then you start the barrage and you get the channel at the bottom. This should be game. Li Ming is already working the hit points down slowly. But yeah, that is definitely a disastrous position for the Cats. They might have just lost the game here. I think they did. This is not looking like they can recover from it. Oriel is starting the channel now. Nobody's even there to interrupt her. The barrage is starting, and Leo has to somehow take this. Gonna try and defend. Shots are already fired. They're down to 2, and this is just not manageable anymore. 1 shot is already underway. That's game! That's game! Insane series here, and Team Hands, ladies and gentlemen. They made it happen. They turn it around, and with 19 kills to 19, they win the series with a 2-1 victory. GG.